Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ari and you guys are watching Finance Square. In today's video, you're going to be hearing about all the latest news from the crypto sphere. I'm talking about Ethereum, I'm talking about Dogecoin, Elon Musk, and what other company are going to join this industry. So let's start. So we're going to start straight away by looking at what's happening on Ethereum. So Ethereum represents 80% of last week's institutional crypto inflow. This is a large amount of money. Now, for those who remember, now we are reaching again and again all-time high with Ethereum. Right now, Ethereum is trading at $1,700. Now, most of the money is coming from institutional. So here you have some article. You have also like a nice overview what's happening with Grayscale. So Grayscale at the moment has an asset under management of over $33 billion, which is number one, it's related to Bitcoin Trust, and then the second one is Ethereum Trust. So this is obviously something for you guys to take into consideration. Now for our next article for today, we're also going to look at CME Group launch Ethereum future contract. Now the minimum contract is 5 contract, and each contract has 5 Ether. Based on today's price of Ether, which is $1,700, we're looking at over $400,000 just to be able to trade on CME future. Now, if you want to trade on Ethereum future, there's obviously other cheaper alternative, which I'll be providing in the description below, so you can obviously participate. When we're talking about future, it's basically able to take a bet or try to predict the market decision by using a leverage. In this case, we're talking about a substantial high leverage. We're talking in some cases up to leverage 100, even in some cases up to leverage 125. If you wanna trade on future of Ethereum, then there is a place for you guys, and I provided some 3 or 4 different options for you guys for you to consider. Now for our next article is the latest tweet from Elon Musk and other celebrities that pushed the price of Dogecoin to a record high. Now this really reminds me what happened back in 2017, 2018, where we have multiple celebrities that were endorsing different ICO, different project. In this case, it's not an ICO, it's an existing cryptocurrency. It's really pushing it to another level. So again, you also have to remember that there's another entity that's actually helping to push this price is the Wall Street Reddit, which is the Reddit group with over 8.8 million subscribers. Now for the next article, we have Bitcoin surge above $46,000 to a record after Elon Musk Tesla by $1.5 billion. Now we all know that Elon Musk is aware about cryptocurrency. He made a few jokes, even changed his title on his Twitter to CEO of Dogecoin. Even at some point he had a hashtag of Bitcoin. So it wasn't a surprise for us to hear that Tesla is buying $1.5 billion of Bitcoin. And again, I'm suspecting we're going to see more and more company that will be publicly announcing that they are buying Bitcoin or other cryptocurrency, most likely Ethereum, because they have to. If the company is traded on a stock exchange, you are publicly required to make such announcement. If you're not publicly traded company, you're not publicly required to make such announcement. Now we have another hedge fund by the name Bill Miller Hedge Fund plan to buy $400 million in Bitcoin, which represent up to 15% of the Miller top hedge fund. So again, it's another institution that's looking to pour a lot of money in Bitcoin. And again, I'm not putting the money to turn it from $400 million to $800 million. They're putting it for the next 5 years, if not more, and hopefully to turn from $400 million to $4 billion, if not more. Now, again, this is the article by Condas, where basically they're saying that the Bitcoin is about 40,000 as institutional laid the way. Again, institutional, not retail. Retail already been buying for the past few weeks. I highly recommend you watch again if you didn't see it, we're actually explaining that for the past week we're seeing an enormous inflow of retail. Now we're seeing an enormous inflow of institutional that will probably focusing on the top 2 cryptocurrency, and some cases also made some small investments in other altcoins. Now for the $1.5 billion that Tesla allocated, it represents 7.7% of the gross cash that they have. So this is obviously a large amount of money. Again, most institutional for the next few years will decide to allocate up to 10% if they're being conservative to Bitcoin. So again, if you are considering buy Bitcoin, this is a very good decision for you guys, because literally everyone is planning or buying Bitcoin. Again, we're not looking at doubling your money, we're looking at the 5 years plan. So most likely I'll project at least 10x for the next 5 years. So one of the issues when we have very big spike price in cryptocurrency or Bitcoin is that most exchanges are getting a lot of inflow of new users or new order that they're struggling. So on this article by Cointelegraph, from what I can see, even Binance had some enormous inflow of traffic that created some lag, and obviously need to improve the infrastructure. And then we have here this guy Crypto Car that is complaining about Kraken that actually had some issues and they couldn't log in. So again, the best way to trade or to have access to cryptocurrency is to register to multiple exchanges. Now I'm going to provide you some multiple exchanges that I'm quite familiar with, that I feel confident, and again, one of them might not work, one of them might have some disruption. This is why you should have an account with multiple exchanges, just in case when you want to buy, the exchange is down because of such enormous inflow of customers. Now this is a very nice article that was created by Daily Coin, and they are talking about the Q1 2021 altcoin that they're excited about. Now they're talking about Cosmos, they're talking about Polkadot, and also talking about Electronum. Now I'm not very familiar with them, I don't want to talk about them, but I did make a nice video where I actually cover Atom and Polkadot and also Quant. I'm gonna put here the video description here, you can actually rewatch it and actually explain quite detail the difference between Cosmos strategy, difference between Polkadot strategy, and also Quant. Now I'm almost at the end. I actually want to highlight that this big DeFi movement is creating a lot of big inflow of money and customer, and then we have Curve Funds that actually shut down one of the pool called EV2 after finding vulnerability. In this case, no one was affected by it, no money was lost, so which is amazing. But again, this is just to explain to you how vulnerable the DeFi industry is. Now for the last 24 hours, we have a lot of altcoins that really rallied. We're talking about BTC that had a 200% gain in the last 24 hours. We have Terra, we have Venus, we have Elrond that for the past 7 days generated over 185. Elrond was part of the Binance Lab, for example, and PancakeSwap, which I also slightly covered yesterday in regarding to why should I invest in Binance for the next 5 years, because Binance is always exposed to winning projects. So PancakeSwap, it's actually based on Binance chain, and basically it's a DeFi exchange that help to wrap a different project or different coin based on Binance or Binance stablecoin. Now this is almost the last. Now I actually want to cover an article that I want to cover this last segment where I found out that Kraken is in process of opening their own bank, which will be obviously very crypto friendly. They're going to be starting in the next few months. They're going to be focusing first of all on their US customers and maybe also move to other countries around the world, which is amazing. So from what I can see, that in the next 12 months we're going to see more and more banks or maybe more and more crypto exchange that will offer certain banking services in relating to cryptocurrency Bitcoin, where let's say you have Bitcoin in their address or in their bank address, and then you can get interest for it. So this is for today's video, guys. Until next time, bye bye.